Hi guys, welcome back to my channel English in a Blink, and today I'll tell you how to be little Sherlock Holmes. Yes, today I'm going to tell you how to be that detective. Really? That's what you're thinking? She's going to tell us or teach us how to be detectives? Yeah, this is exactly what I'm going to be doing. What do? Well, they look at clues and then they do their deductions, isn't it? That's what they do, right? They take guesses, but they take educated guesses because they look at, all right, so this is what, so there's an empty glass, all right, but there are two glasses. So it can't be that there was just one person, probably there were two, right? That's what they do. And that is what we are going to be looking at. Well. So when you do that, deduction, speculation, we call that modal of deduction or speculation. And we have some grammar attached to that. Yes. So when you are making those guesses, all right, so let's say you are 90 or 100% sure about something, all right, and you think it is true. So let's say, you have a friend and you know that friend of yours, she told you yesterday that, you know what, I'm going to that particular place, all right. She said, oh, I'll go to that bar, all right. And then incidentally, a friend of yours also went there, and then she tells you, you know what, oh, I think I saw Susie. Oh, then, but I'm not sure. Then what would you say? Oh, it must be Susie because she told me that she's going to the same place at the same time. So it must be Susie, all right? So this is what you use. So modal of deduction or speculation in the present. When you are sure of something, we use our modal must. When you think that something is true, when you're 90 to 100% sure, okay? The same thing if you think that something is not true, all right? And again, you are 90 to 100% sure. The same thing when you're talking about modal of deduction, when you're deducing things and when you are sure that something is not true, we use then the opposite of must becomes can't. All right, so now this time Susie was with you. Both of you were enjoying drinks together. Then this other friend tells, you know what, I saw Susie in the market yesterday. Then what would you say? It can't be Susie because Susie was with me. All right, so when you are sure of something which is not true in the present, we use our can't. And as you see, I said it can't be Susie. So what you do, you use your modal verb, which is your must when you are sure, and then you use your can't when again you are sure that something is not true, and after that you use your infinitive form of the verb. Okay, so that's what the structure is. After your must and can't, infinitive form of the verb when you are doing your deduction in the present. Then let's say you are 50 or let's say 30 to 50% sure of something. Susie said that she might go to that bar, all right, and then another friend is telling you, oh, I saw her, probably I did. So then what can you say? It might be Susie, it may be Susie, it could be Susie. All right, so when you are 30 to 50% sure, then you can use your may, might, and could. And again, the same thing, all right? So infinitive form of the verb in the present, that's what you use, all right? So this time when you're 30 to 50% sure, you can use your may, you can use your might, or you could also use your could, all right? After that, we will just use your infinitive form of the verb. Then when you expect, when something is expected to be true, so then what do you use? You use your should, or you can also use your ought to, followed by infinitive form of the verb. Okay, so all right. So let's say Susie left your place 1 hour before. Oh, so then what would you say? And then she has to reach other friend of yours, and then she calls, oh, she's not, oh, she should be here by now, all right? So she should be there by now is what you would say, because you know that she left your place 1 hour ago, and it just takes, let's say, 40 minutes to reach to this other friend of yours. Which other friend is calling you and saying, oh, Susie hasn't reached yet. What's going on? So then what would you say? Oh, she should be there by now. She left an hour ago. All right. So when you think that something is expected to happen, something is expected to be true, then you use your should or ought to. All right. So you will remember that. We're talking about all of this when you're deducing in the present. So when you're sure of something, that it is true, must, infinitive form of the verb. And if you are sure of something, not true, so then the opposite of must becomes your can't. When you think something is a possibility, 50-50, so then you'll use your may, might, or could. And when you expect, that something's expected to be true, then you will use your should or ought to. All right, so this was your present. After this, you use your infinitive form of the verb. Now, let's say when you are deducing something in the past, okay, then what would you use? Then how would you say? All right, so the same thing, let's say we're talking about in the past. So then friend of yours, she tells you, oh, I think I saw Susie last night. What would you say? Oh, it must have been Susie. All right, so do you see the difference? When you are deducing something in the past, modals, they remain the same. When you are sure, you will use your must, but after your must, you will use your have and past participle of the verb. So that's how the structure changes. All right, so when you're deducing something in the past, use your modal. Oh, it must have been Susie. So after your must, it is followed by have and followed by past participle of the verb. Okay, similarly, again the same thing, same example. All right, so someone says, oh, I think I saw. Oh, it can't have been Susie because Susie was with me. All right, so you understand, modals are going to be the same. When you're sure of something, true, must. Sure of something, not true, can't. But in the past, you will use your have and past participle of the verb. Similarly, 50-50. Oh, it might have been Susie. It could have been Susie, or it may have been Susie. All right. And the same thing when you're talking about, oh, she's asking, oh, she should have been by now. Okay. Or she ought to have been there by now. Okay, so that's the only thing which changes when you do your deduction in the past. After your modal verb, you add your have and then you add your past participle of the verb. Remember, it doesn't change. All right, so he must have been, she must have been, it must have been, they must have been. The conjugation remains the same. All right, it is a fixed structure. It doesn't change. All right, so that's it. Now you know how to be Sherlock Holmes. Now you know how to become a detective. And now you know how to deduce things. So what are you waiting for? Go, deduce your facts. Try to solve some mystery. All right, so until we meet next time, do not forget, if you liked the lesson, press that like button. See you. Bye-bye.